and her incredible show. That's right. Thu Tran, one of the most amazing people I've gotten to meet in New York over the last couple of years. Her show, Food Party, has been called by the Los Angeles Times and by the USA Today as one of the top 10 shows to watch this year. So take that all the way to the bank and cash in. That's going to be good.
We're speaking with Thu Tran here at the premiere event for IFC's dinner party, which I think starts on the 27th of April.
27th of April.
Right. At what time?
At 10 p.m. We show two back-to-back episodes at 10 p.m.
Oh, excellent. So this is related to your wonderful show. I really love Food Party.
Cool. I'm glad you love Food Party. Do you really?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do you?
Yes.
How much do you love Food Party?
Well, I watched the web episodes. That's how I first got into it, and I love, the crazy set that you have. The colors and everything. Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Cool. The ones on YouTube?
Yes.
Cool. I'm super pumped you watch those.
They're so fun. That was what was so great about them, is so engaging and fun that you'd put something together like that. So
yes, I'm super pumped. A big part of the reason why I make the show is to hang out with my friends all day. I work with a very wonderful collective of really talented artists, and without them, it's definitely they bring so much to the table that I'm so grateful for as well. So it's definitely a dream come true to be able to hang out with my friends all day, who are very dear to me, who I've known for about a decade now.
Right. And essentially put a party together and make some cool stuff.
Yes, it's definitely not a party without your dearest friends there. A lot of our cameo appearances and our guest appearances definitely come from a lot of our musicians friends who have helped us make music for the show, become an eclectic guest on the show, and so on and so forth. Like Andrew W.K. has been kind enough to be a guest on the show, as well as Bad Brilliance, and Miho Hattori, who has been my hero for a long time, and CX Kitronic, who is the most wild personality I've met in a long time, and it's really cool.
So you're giving us a bunch of hints about what's coming up and what to check out.
Yes, totally. Very, very awesome people.
Are you finished now, or are you still in production?
Oh, we're totally still shooting. We're only done filming 12 episodes. We have 8 more to shoot. And we'll be shooting till about May, so it's about total it's about 2.5 months total of shooting, but we've been building for it for about 2-3 months as well, so it's definitely a very art heavy show. We build specific sets and props and puppets for every single episode, so it's very, very labor intensive, and it's beautiful that way because you see something new every time.
The puppets are just amazing, and that you guys come up with all these ideas for show after show, and it's so compact. It's always amazing.
Yes, totally. Daniel Baxter is a huge person to thank for all those puppets. He's very, very prolific, and the way he thinks. It was always very strong, a big part of the show to have great sets and to have really weird food that's really visual, and then it kind of became necessary to bring on these puppets, more utilitarian than as these characters that you might attach yourself to. So it's really cool that it's a big addition to our overall world to kind of have these really fantasy based characters that are they can be monkeys and dragons and pigs with huge breasts and hooker heels and a pervert corn and all these characters like that.
That's great. Well, you've given us a hint about some of the bands and guests that you have coming up. Can you give us maybe a couple things that are really eye-opening? You like hint to us about some crazy things that might have happened in what you've done so far.
Last week we filmed a black and white horror movie. I mean, a lot of us are like very influenced by like just like gore and horror and like just like very like dark materials. You know, it's just all a matter of like presenting that in like a very lighthearted way, and just like the things that we're interested in. And it was like interesting because we have like a zombie attacking me, you know, but he's like obsessed with the moon, and like but he's actually obsessed with a donut, and but the moon is like his mother, and it's like the donut, and it's totally like we become like very, very absurd about things, you know, and it's very like freeing, you know, to be like very absurd with things. To just really like as adults, you know, like it shouldn't really stop at childhood, you know, like as adults, like you should never really like allow your imagination to be restricted. It should always be able to like run free for as long as you are alive, you know, and that's kind of like my standpoint on like the whole food party aesthetic and style. Now,
maybe you could tell us some influences. I mean, sometimes I look at what you guys are doing, and it kind of reminds me of Michel Gondry, you know, and some stuff like that. You know, can you enlighten us a little?
We have so many influences across the board. A lot of the people that I mean, like I went to school with a lot of the people I work with, but my own personal influences are just like Bob Barker, like just being like my hosting style, I guess, you know, is like Bob Barker and Julia Child. And Barf from You Can't Do That on Television, you know, and I mean, like those are like people that like I thought were like just like really cool, and then for the general aesthetic of the show, I'm very, very drawn to like very like bright pastel colors and things like that. Which is like to me, I want to make things I want to look at, so those are the colors I want to look at, and but it also kind of like became a necessity too, because the palette choice, because when we first started making the show, I could not afford so much paint, you know, but it's very cheap to buy white paint, so is it very good to like or like we were able to like stretch out the paint because we were able to cut it with white paint. So as a result, it kind of like became like the aesthetic of the show is kind of like it's very pastel because we're like stretching our paint with white paint.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're really looking forward to the premiere coming up near the end of the month, and we know what we'll be doing Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock, and what we'll be checking out. Can't wait to see all these crazy things that you just talked about. It sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you so much for talking to LAist.
Thank you for talking to me.